Have you ever felt?
Are you listening?
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know.
Whoa! Chilling off. Waiting for people to hit and stream. Bloop, bloop. You know what I should. You know what I should do. Oh, excuse you.
Oh, pardon me.
Oh yeah,
I'm here.
I know. That's amazing, right?
Excuse me. What up?
Oh, not much. Just ready for an exciting day. Hey, can you do me a favor though? For some reason, I can't see my own live on my channel. Is there a way you can post that to Discord?
Yes.
I did a couple days ago. But
Where's my phone?
It's everywhere, man.
There it is. It's behind me. That's a bad spot for that.
Right?
Phone. All right. We are going into shameless plug territory.
Shameless plug. It sounds awesome. It's a bit shameless, but it's a plug.
Oh, damn it.
Here we go.
Yeah, that works.
And hello, viewers.
Hello, dear viewer. Oh, gosh darn it.
So how are you guys doing today out in the world?
Okay, we've got that one. Hang on. Where is shameless plug? Why is reading so hard?
This learning curve.
TLC, the learning curve.
Well, we'll get better at it as we go.
Bro, where is it?
Oh. But so today I got to go through my cube and look at all the cool cards I got.
Here we go.
And
All
I
right.
realized
Shameless plugs have been plugged.
Sounds awesome. I just got a notification for one of them. Ooh. Yeah, because I posted the video live yesterday.
Yes.
For today. And man, we got 2 viewers watching. Hey. So.
Hello, dear viewer.
The viewers are amazing. Let us know how you're doing today in the comments. I hope it's a good day. Here, where I live in Iowa, we got a very windy day. And how windy it is, it makes us worried about like what kind of strong winds are we getting? Are we getting like we're afraid of derechos and tornadoes right now? And hello, Scorpio.
Scorpio, what's up, dude?
What's up? What's up?
Welcome to the shit show. I mean, Prime Tortoise show.
It can be both. See if you merge the 2 ideas together.
Yes. I love it.
Love it. Right? So I did have a broad question to ask you first, right? Mm-hmm. And before I ask you, I'm gonna let the viewers know that again you bought some packs to open on the channel to see what kind of exciting stuff we got.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And now, just to let the viewers know, this is all you doing this to add entertainment value to the channel. So we appreciate it 100%. And they're Contact here, one of my favorite blocks to draft.
Mm-hmm.
But here's my first question.
Yeah.
Before you start opening, right?
Oh, I'm not ready.
All right.
It could be.
Well, it's only broad because it's open ended. What is your play group like, and how many times do you like do games a week?
We meet up every week.
right? And
Yep.
do you always play the same games every week?
We alternate between Magic and 40K. Sometimes we play board games too.
Oh yeah, like I'd list off my wife's board games, but we only have an hour to do this show.
Yeah, exactly. I can start
All right.
naming board games, but it's going to take days.
Well, okay, so here's how my play group is, and this is why I asked a question. So we used to play Magic, and used to play Magic a lot.
Mhm.
We used to play Warhammer, then that somehow died out because games went to like 6 hours,
Yeah,
right? And 6 hours is a lot of game.
it's a long.
Then on the days we got tired of everything, we'd pull out a cube and draft from the cube because when you play so many games of Commander and everybody else has basically the same decks they cycle through and cycle through and cycle through, you get the same strategies. You just basically know what's going to happen in the game.
Mhm.
And you understand how your players play, so politics are pretty easy and cheesy.
Mhm.
Well, Cube, being one of my favorite formats to draft, is like a board game of Magic.
Mhm.
But the egotistic way I like to look at it is like I like to prove to Wizards of the Coast that I can make a better drafting set than them,
Makes sense.
right? Because they print all these good cards, but all these good cards are usually sprinkled out through Magic's history of sets. They're not one big set. And that's why Wizards of the Coast decided to make master sets and those cool double master sets and all that jazz. I mean, so much product that they're like reprint central.
Yeah.
And like I get jaded in some of these spoilers that they do because they print a card that I already own. They're like, this is a good card. We like it. I'm like, but I already have it in my cube.
Mhm.
You know?
Yep.
But besides my ranting and going crazy, do you like the draft format in general? Like, do you go to your store, draft packs, or play sealed often?
So, unfortunately, the LGS that I shop at does not do events at the moment since the whole unnamed virus from an unspecified location.
Oh,
Yeah, we can't. I've done a draft, once since I got back in with Jumpstart. It was fun, and I've done a couple drafts on Arena and stuff.
right.
I miss that, but I've never really been good at it. I kind of need time to think about how my decks are going to work, you know?
Right. No, it makes sense.
I like to build over time, not on the fly.
Mhm.
But that doesn't mean I don't like cubes because I really want to try to draft a cube one day.
Right.
But
The sucky thing about lockdowns and stuff is you can't really draft a physical cube like you can play Commander and Spell Table.
right,
You know,
that takes a lot of fun out of it too.
well, like people build cubes and post it on Magic the Gathering Online, MTGO.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fun way to do it, but
Yeah, I pay for paper.
right, I
don't
like to pay for paper too.
I don't like to pay for digital stuff that I can't physically own.
Right, which I think is one reason why Spell Table got so big is people were able to play with cards they were able to obtain, have, upgrade, and not worry about losing it to a digital downfall.
Right, exactly.
But what I like to get into is drafting, right? Drafting a set, like the better you get drafting a set, the more attuned to how good sets are.
Mhm.
Because the basics in drafting, like the super, super basics, like if I just put on it, would be knowing what removal you want, knowing what cards give your creatures evasion, blocking, flying, even shadow or creature protection from creatures, right? And those are the two main things you want to look out for. You got your big beefy bombs, how cheap they are converted mana cost wise, and how strong they are in the game wise, right?
Mhm.
Those three things out of the bread acronym just in general build a basic set. So if you have a set that has low removal in it, or like how white gets shafted a lot, or very conditional, you know you're not going to play white a lot. Like, that's the crazy thing is colors really, like the colors in the sets define how you're going to draft. Like, the truth is blue, black, and red usually have the bombs, the creatures are removable. Blue, black, and green have the big beefy creatures and stuff like that. Like, removal gets some good, strong removal. White gets some good, strong removal, but it's very conditional most times.
Most times it's exile.
Right.
Stuff.
You don't get Swords of Plowshare every set. You don't get Path to Exile every set. No, you get like an Oblivion Ring, which are very strong. And the reason why Oblivion Ring cards are actually in my cube, like, because I went with the Enchantment Matters thing with 4 white in my cube, but the reason why I use Oblivion Ring is not only for the Enchantment Matters, but those kind of removals are strong against recursion decks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you can remove a creature without going to the graveyard, that is solid. And so when it comes to basic game design, when you're drafting, you're not going to draft white or red most of the time unless it's a fast color. Like red, or the joke is about cube. The joke about cube is if you don't know what to draft mono red. That's because in most cube, mono red is strong, fast, and burny, and no one drafts it because there's no mid-game strong removal.
Right. Support. It can fizzle very fast.
Right. Give me a second.
Oh, Aspen, no Borks, dude.
Here
we go.
My next question you already answered. But I'm going to ask it anyways. Do you like board games?
Yes.
Yeah. What kind of board games do you like? What kind of games do your play group play? Do you play like Arkham Horror, Villainous, Dominion, Quacks Killing Bird?
Have you ever heard of Nemesis?
No, actually. I was about to list off like 20 board games.
So Nemesis is, for lack of a better term, it is Alien in board game form.
Oh, nice.
So you start out however many players, you wake up and out of cryo sleep, and you're on a ship in space.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to so murder my dog right now.
Don't murder the dog.
She won't stop barking.
It's mail time.
Daddy is busy.
Borky.
Trying to talk. Thank you. She's a good girl. She just likes to bark at all the people walking by the yard. So anyway, Nemesis.
Hey, DJ Longhair.
Oh, Mr. DJ Longhair. Hello.
Right,
and you basically don't know what's going on. So you have two objectives. One is private. The other is open to the other players, depending on gameplay. So generally, the private ones are like sabotage the ship, bring back some kind of like alien egg or proof that they exist,
right?
Stuff like that. And then your other objectives are like the public ones are get back to Earth safe, kill all specimens, repair the engine, stuff like that.
Right.
So then you go through and you move, but you got to be careful when you move because if you make any kind of noise, then the aliens come out.
Right.
And they legit just mess you up. It's so much fun. It's got miniatures and stuff that you can paint.
Oh, nice.
It was pretty cool.
So yeah, I played an Aliens game that's a lot like that, but it was more of a deck builder. It came in a big black box.
Yeah,
based off the first 3 movies. Same idea as what you're talking about, but instead of having to worry about moving around, there was a line of alien cards that came out, just plopped out every turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Once the alien reached a certain area on the board, it would release, and you had to take care of it right away.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I like that. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, we had the game, but we ended up selling it because it needs 4 people to play it correctly. and there's usually 3 of us at the house, and mainly 2 of us want to play a board game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like now I can get a sense of what kind of board games you like, which that sounds like a fun game.
Yeah, I like stuff like that. Monopoly. I'm old school. I like old school regular games. What was my other? When I was little, I like Battleship.
Right, Battleship's fun.
Battleships is fun.
Monopoly is like a swear word in our house.
Yeah. I have like 4 different versions of Monopoly. I have a Transformers Monopoly, a Ghostbusters Monopoly, a Montana Monopoly.
Huh?
So it's all Montana based. And
right.
What was my other one? Some Disney related thing, I think. I can't remember what it was.
Well, there's 2 Monopolies you're missing.
Huh.
There is a Beast Wars Monopoly out there.
Oh.
And there's a Jurassic Park Monopoly.
I've seen the Jurassic Park Monopoly. What was the other one? Oh, I saw Jurassic Park Life.
Oh.
I was like, ooh.
That could be fun.
The LGS
lighthearted game.
Mm-hmm. The LGS I shop at does all kinds of board games too, like that.
Right. So the reason why I ask about board games is pretty simple, actually. Is when you're building and getting ready to draft for a cube, it's like putting together a board game.
Right.
Because, with commander decks, you can replace things, you can alter it and everything, right? Cubes, you can do that, but mainly between games. No, not between games, but between sessions of playing cube, you'll upgrade your deck or upgrade the cube because you got a card that's better than the card that's already in your cube. But the nice thing about cube, going from a 360-ish format to 720-ish like mine, is everything in the cube can't be adjusted. Like once you guys are playing cube and you're drafting, you cannot pick a card that's outside the cube. You can't add a card that's outside the cube. And the only thing you get to mess around with is your sideboard, which is a part of the cube, right?
Yep.
So the cube aspect is not infinite. In fact, it's finite. And that's what's nice about cube because I have my cube list online, like right here. And then we'll get to that later probably. But that's my cube list, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything in that cube, if we were planning to have a cube night, just you and I and a couple of friends, before we played, you can look at that cube, understand what's in the cube, and know for sure there's not going to be anything different out of the cube,
Right. Yeah.
And since I can update it every time you look at the cube, you'll be able to know what kind of archetypes you want to draft or what kind of deck you want to draft. My cube is specifically for 4-player cubes or commander cubes. Well, that's what it was. That's what a commander cube. But you can draft. It's big enough to sealed. And when I say it's big enough to draft and sealed, it's big enough to draft 8 people to 16 people. It's big enough to sealed 8 people total. Wow. And have room for a little variance. And variance means there's a couple cards no one will ever see because there's more cards in the cube than there will be players. And usually it's by a small amount, but that small amount could be a pretty powerful card.
I forgot what I was going to do and get ready for this week. Besides murder my dog, I forgot to put my commander decks in that website you showed me.
That's funny.
I was like, oh, I could bring my... Oh, I forgot. Damn it. I'm not good at remembering stuff. I have to write stuff down.
I all the time because I have a bad memory myself.
I think it's pack time.
Okay, let me blow you up.
I think it's ready. I think we're ready to look for a fetchy or two, huh? Huh? What
Right?
do you think, chat? All right. Wow. Got in my life. All right, we're gonna go like this. Hey, look at that. I can open packs like this all day.
You look comfortable.
Oh, very. Except you can't see too good what's going on, but we don't care because it's commons. Feed the Clan. Just got a student that's mono white for some reason. Glacier Stalker. Oh, camera angles are hard when they're backwards.
Thank you, Scorpio. Yep.
Yeah, we want fetchies, bro. I want to work on my real estate portfolio. That is actually a good card, and so are the banners. Oh, hey, Treasure Cruise.
That's a good one.
Scion of Glaciers. Okay. I keep skipping ahead.
Well, that was a powerful card in Standard at the time.
Ooh, yeah, Become Immense. Oh,
yep.
Bro. Windstorm. Oh, yeah, Windstorm. Old school Hurricane style.
Nice.
And the Leechman. Leech Lord. No That's foil, cool. But we did get a bomb-ass swamp.
Bomb.
Kuru Leech Lord. Zombie Wizard.
But that Treasure Cruise. The Treasure Cruise is the best card in that pack.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
But Become Immense is still seeing modern play. So,
indeed, and the banners only see play in Commander usually now.
Yeah, and lower powered decks too.
Yep.
But they're still good.
Better cards. There's better cards out there. First pack's a bust. That's okay. I got 5 more.
Right? You can't get a doubling season in every pack you open.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Although that'd be awesome. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I think I have Treasure Cruise in Time Shifted somewhere.
Oh, that'd be sexy as hell. There's a lot of Time Shifted cards I couldn't get my hands on because specific ones I wanted were worth way more than the average card. Like,
how long's the set's been out for? What, 2 years now?
Yeah.
Ah, man, the foil prices finally, because they were not fun there for a while. 1 hour, DJ.
Yeah, we got till 5:30 my time. That's so pretty.
So pretty. It's just it's not a Galaxy. I'm not spending $100 some for a goddamn Shockland.
Right.
No thanks.
Well, see, one of the cards I want to get is one of the cards in the retro frame I want to get.
Mm-hmm.
And this is an example of the price difference between those retro frames. Is I want to get a Sigil the Empty Throne foil retro frame.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, see, and Sigil the Empty Throne itself is like a 50-cent card.
Mm-hmm.
The foil retro frame is like $22.
Yep. I'm going to look at my fancy app real quick. I want to know. I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say that Chalice of the Void, retro foil, and Thoughtseize and Yawgmoth are probably top 3. But I'm going to pull it up and take a look.
Ooh.
Time Spiral Remastered.
All right, while you're looking up, I got to...
Close. Chalice of the Void. $200 for a foil.
That's pretty spicy if you have one.
Yawgmoth is $264.
Woo-hoo.
And Thoughtseize is $300 on the mid. Ooh.
You know what?
Zip the shit up. Frank, hush. Okay, because you know better.
That's ridiculous.
I know. You're like $300. I could buy a really effed up Scrubland because I'm
right.
Scrub.
Well, here's the other question: are you going to use that money to get that old border card, or are you just going to use that money to buy a set booster? You know.
Okay, so let's say you gave me $300 right now.
Right.
And I wasn't going to Vegas. Vegas is out of the question.
Right.
And you're like, here's $300. Go do whatever you want with it.
Right.
Me being the junkie for opening packs that I am,
mm-hmm.
I'd probably buy a few singles that I needed. I'd go look at some lands, and be like, oh, I got $200 for a box and $100 for singles.
Right.
So you get a good box or an older box, roughly for about $200. Go back a little bit.
Right.
Because I know I can get like Return to Ravnica boxes for like $150, I think.
Right.
The $180 maybe, and that's pretty good. That's a 10-year-old set. Or depending on how I'm feeling that day, I'd spend all $300 on a Zendikar collector box.
Oh,
because I love expeditions.
Expeditions are pretty nasty.
I have a huge thing for land, if you can't tell.
So every once in a while, I get lucky. It's not like I went drafting one day at my local LGS here, and I drafted Zendikar. And when I drafted Zendikar, I became first place.
Mm.
And in that draft, I got my winnings. And with my winnings, I pulled out two. Two expeditions. Yeah, that's what they're called. The one was Horizon Canopy, the expedition. That was a pretty card. And the other one was the Fetch Land. And I ended up selling them both because the money was worth more cards to me than having those two exact cards.
Yep, I understand. Yep. Boy, I've opened quite a few of those.
Need Overgrown Tomb, Stomping Ground, and Blood Crypts, says DJ Longhair.
Rubbing it in, Deej. I picked this up yesterday. These regular foil prices on these are quite good. It's like $30 to $40 for the Spox in foil.
All right.
So
I got another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
And this question is probably going to be no. Or I don't know, or probably not. But I don't know you from Adam, I know that you're a Transformers fan. I know you like Magic the Gathering, but I don't know your history. And this is a good way to get to know you in the cube sense. How much do you know about set design, game theory, and world building?
For those on Amazon, we have $68.99 for set boosters of Midnight Hunt.
Right? Like if I had the money, I would have snagged one of those.
$69 is not bad. I feel like it's a trolley price though. Because it's not a good set, and Meat Hook just got banned, so there's legit nothing over $5 in the set, I don't think.
Well, those cards will go up in price over time, just because they're unique.
Yes. Also, I think the slow lands or whatever they call them are very underrated.
Right. DJ Longhair wants more lands from Infinity. That's what he means. He wants those lands from Infinity.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm rubbing that in, yes.
But so, back to my question.
Anyway, you didn't ask me anything.
Yeah. How much do you know about set design, game theory, and world building?
Oh, boy. I don't know. Probably not as much as I'd like to.
Right? Well, let me tell you one thing to sound cheesy. And Mr. DJ says nice. To your land.
Nice.
Well, when you're building a cube, you're going to be thrown into all three of these things at one time.
Right.
Right? And believe it or not, it is not as hard as you think it is to learn these things. But at the same time, it is as difficult as they sound. Because you can go online, find someone's cube, and build their cube, right?
Yep.
Poof, work already done, right?
Yep.
But here's the tricky question. A new card comes out. You want your cube. What are you going to take out?
Well, that's the thing. You got to figure out what the new card does, how it synergizes, and what is replaceable in said cube.
Right? But here's the stupid part, right? And I say stupid because this is the actual number one truth. In cube, you can't just really replace a card. in black and be like,
Right.
oh, that's fine. No, because your black cards have to work with your white cards, your blue cards, your red cards, and your green cards.
Yep.
And if you think that is difficult enough, try replacing a multicolored card.
Yep. Yup.
Right? But it gets easier because, like, if you really stick to like a theme, like say you did blue-green counters. Yeah, excuse me. If you did blue-green counters, you can just keep on that theme and keep adding and changing that stuff out.
Right.
But now, are you being selfish with the set? Like, are you putting a card that's only selfish by itself? It only gets the counters, or are you doing something that buffs up the team?
Right.
Right? That's the kind of thinking you got to get into.
Yeah. That's a lot. It is a lot.
But it can be.
I mean, it doesn't scare me by any means, and it's not something I'm not willing to ever try. I just think time is always an issue. So Tortoise is dying.
I am dying. I have a dry throat. No, like, but here's a question that makes a difference, right? In Commander, what makes it hard to replace a card in your deck?
Well, yeah, it's all about synergy, and how much it costs,
Right?
Mana cost wise, not dollar wise.
Right.
Because I mean, black's a good example.
Mm-hmm.
Tutors,
Right?
Imperial Seal versus Demonic Tutor.
Right?
Which one's actually better?
Demonic Tutor.
Demonic Tutor. Why?
Because you're not. Isn't it instant speed?
Instant speed.
And you
one
don't
of the
lose
benefits.
life.
You lose life.
Right?
And you get to put it in your hand. Imp Seal is just Vampire Tutor.
Right.
Goes on the top of your
Puts it on top of your
library. And you lose 2 life instead of 3, I think.
Right.
But
right.
the only reason it was so hyped and so expensive before the launch of DM22 is because its other only printing was in fucking Portal Kingdoms, Portal 3.
Right? Can you imagine the cells of the Black Commander Legend? Not Legends, but the Black Commander set that came in the box.
Yeah. The like Lily and Toxic Deluge.
Yeah.
And, I bought one of those.
Right? Can you imagine if
So cool.
the cells that Wizards would have had in that product that they put Imsil in that collection?
Yeah.
Right?
But again, they don't know their ass from a hole in the ground half the time, or maybe they do, and I'm just an idiot. I don't know.
I don't know. Looks like you want to bust open another pack.
Only because I thought you were dying.
Uh-huh.
And I have 6 of these, and I realized we've got 26 minutes of streaming left.
We'll bust them out.
Erase. Debilitating Injury, Force Away, Scoured Barrens. Those got reprinted just recently, too. Archers, something, Swiftwater. Those got reprinted, too. All these lands are getting reprinted.
Good.
Chief of the Scale. Oh, Jeskai Charm. Nice.
Yeah.
Servants. And more multicolored BS.
Oh.
Ooh, the Mauler.
Yeah, he's still good. He's good in Cube, too.
Yeah, Trample Hexproof, and he's got Morph, and he's a big 6'6" beefy boy. And no foil. But we got a cool looking mountain and another warrior.
Warrior.
All right, let's do one more to get halfway through the thing.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Come on, Fetchy. Don't make the pack that I opened yesterday be the one Fetchy because I didn't record it. That was the DLGS.
Oh.
Oh, Dazzling Ramparts. Wall. Swarm of Bloodflies. All right, here we go. It's blue. And it's a rare. Oh, it's a big spell snatcher. Naga, wizard, and no foil, but a plains.
And a morph token.
And a morph token to go with the guy out of the other pack.
Right? Why did
Actually,
they
no.
make morph tokens look like morphers from Power Rangers?
They'd have to pay somebody probably. Actually, that goes with the Spell Snatcher because this has morph too. And that's a very feminine looking snake lady. So it's a snake lady.
Yeah, she's not horrible, but she's not amazing. So I'm going into
I've had better.
I'm going into since I asked you that question about set design, game theory, world building, right?
Licensing.
Right. Licensing. Building a cube forces a designer to understand the Magic the Gathering at an intimate level.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Especially in the design of the game. You learn the stupid stuff, you learn the easy stuff, and you're forced into the hard stuff, right? You learn the basics of what makes good decks to function. Because in limited, you need your bread acronym to work very well. Your bombs removal, evasion, your draw, your basic mana fixing,
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you know what kind of cards work on? Hold on, let me rephrase that. Do you know what kind of cards work in any deck you can build in limited?
What kind of cards?
Yeah, well, like
Land.
Well, that's the basics, right? But what are like if you were to build a deck out of any card, what are the kind of cards are you going to put in your deck to work?
Oh, I mean, okay. Commander, for example, every commander should have a soul ring.
Right?
Stuff like that. If you're running other stuff, depending on competitive style, ramp it up a little bit. Arcane signets, mana crypts, mana vaults,
Right?
stuff like that. If you're running green, ramp's always good. Essential. Turn 2. Shit, what were we doing the other night when we were playing Sunday? Somebody had like 5 lands by turn 3.
Right. So basically, what you said is all correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to list off all the things I've listed here. And this is going to tell you what colors people lean into when drafting. And look, DJ Longhair is on it.
And stuff like this. I was going to get there too because I have these in my hand. So we've got a 1 white exile target enchantment.
Right.
Stuff like this, right?
Right.
And then, your standard black attrition, debilitating injury 2, enchanted creature gets -2/-2. Stuff like that.
Right.
Your tutors, graveyard recursion.
Right. That's a lot of stuff like removal, reanimation, control, like board control.
Yep.
Equipment, colorless mana fixing, and card draw.
Yep.
Board wipes. These are the basic things that can fit in every deck. And when you're drafting, these are the things that are going to decide your colors. And yes, ramp was supposed to be in there, but you're
Rampy.
Oh, that's a colorless mana fixing, but ramp for sure.
We'll just say green.
Right. Well,
I'm a basic biatch. I'm simple.
Right.
I'm a simple scrub. I like my green ramp. Leave me alone.
Right, but like those, like anybody who's playing cards, you don't have to be that quiet. Yeah. But like,
Mom, the meatloaf.
any colors that evolve in those colors, or not those colors, anything that involves those things will build a deck. When you're drafting, those things will guide you into where you want to go.
Right.
So the best thing you can do in Cube is to make sure every color has its own version of that. And if you don't, you want to make like ramp accessible for white. If white doesn't have the fixing you want to give it, you want it accessible in other colors. Because if you made green, for example, your strongest ramp color, everybody else in the other colors are going to fight for green. And if black is your strongest removal spell colors, everybody's going to fight for black.
Mm-hmm. So you kind of got to meld it all together.
Right. Balance it out.
Yeah.
It's where you find yourself. Like that goes into world building and set design.
What? Oh, Cut Down. Is that Cut Down?
I think it's Cut Down.
Cut Down and like Heartless Act mixed together, dude. Heartless Act was so much. Yeah, Cut Down. I was right. Aha! I didn't have to look it up. Look at me go. I'm remembering everything now.
Right?
Heartless Act is one of my favorites because it had kicker. It's like, oh, you can either get rid of like a mana dork or like a hasty boy.
Right.
Something small that's giving you issues, or you could save it and, get rid of something that's giving you real problems in a couple turns, Because if you kick it, it's destroy any creature and a planeswalker if you can.
Right.
I like kicker. I think kicker was fun.
All right. You want to open another pack?
Sure.
All right.
I was just tearing the empty pack.
Yep.
I don't know why. Let's see. Come on, fetchy. Oh, the sun's starting to come through my window. I'm going to have to put my makeshift curtain back up. Oh, we got a Mentor, a green, another Dismal Backwater, that guy. Oh, Opulent Palace. These actually got reprinted in the Commander Warhammer decks.
Yeah, those are all saucy. I love those lines.
Hey, a Mantis Boy.
Mantis Rider?
Nope. High Spire Mantis. Basically the same thing, though. It's got flying and trample. It's a 3/3. Sultai Soothsayer. I believe there's a foil in this pack as well. Ooh, okay. We have a rare without any stuff on the bottom, so it's either an artifact or a land. It's an artifact. Dragon Throne of Tarkir. Nice. And we got a common Bitter Revelation.
That's still a good card.
Oh, and my favorite goblin token.
My friend used to say the goblins in the set look like monkeys.
They look like, gosh, I don't even know. I love these guys though; they're so funny.
Right.
Whites.
Sorry, I was filtering through the comments. All right.
What does Dragon Throne do? Equipped creature has Defender and 2 tap. Other creatures you control gain trample and get XX until end of turn, where X is this creature's power. Oh,
nice. So I got the heavy thing for you. You remember how I said for the show? We're gonna talk about something heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And by heavy, it's gonna be heavy for this kind of thing. Have you ever heard of the term or the phrase "the prisoner's dilemma"?
No.
I get to teach you something.
Yay!
So this is big in Magic, and DJ can testify that I've done this before, and he'll know what I'm talking about when I get there. So a prisoner's dilemma is very attuned to every Magic game you'll ever have, right? Now, let me break it in the situation I've heard it said before. Then after I say this, I'll break it down into how I used it in DJ's game a couple of weeks ago. So say you and I committed a crime. Say you and I stole hamburgers from Burger King and we got arrested, right? But the dilemma here is they don't know what we did with the hamburgers. They don't know if we ate them. They don't know if we hid them. They don't know if we sold them, right? And so the cops want us to figure this thing out. And with this, they put us in separate rooms, right? And in both rooms, we're being interrogated. And they tell each of us this. This is important. They tell us each of this because we don't know what's happening with each other. Then they tell us each this. They tell me, and they tell you, you can rat out me and I'll get in more trouble than you.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
I have actually know what you're talking about, just never heard it called that.
Oh. So basically they give you the options. You can write at me or you can tell on both of us, and the crime punishment will be less for both of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So since you know what I'm talking about, but I know I need to keep the viewers informed.
Right.
Basically, what we're given is options to rat out on the other person to get away with it scot-free, or bring us, or tell us both get less of a punishment, or I could take the blame and he go free, right? But the thing is I got to trust you to make the same decision. So we got to kind of do this on both levels.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And however we break, and that right there sets the prisoner's dilemma. It's a game of trust, right?
Right.
So in the game of Magic, we're going to set the table down differently. And DJ Longhair can testify to this. You play a creature that can basically knock about half your life total down, right? DJ played a card like this one time. There were 2 other people in the game with me, right? Against DJ. Everybody has removal, but I didn't want to waste my removal.
Mm-hmm.
So I set my other players up for failure.
Mm-hmm.
Because what they didn't understand at first is DJ had a way to make his creature indestructible.
Mm-hmm.
They just didn't pay attention to it. Well, this creature, I put Phyresis on. Phyresis gives a creature infect.
Mm-hmm.
And someone was asking me, why was I doing that? And I said, I did not want to waste my own kill spell on this creature.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Right? So I made the creature stronger. So the other 2 people had to shoot their kill spells at it.
Makes sense.
Right? So I put them in the dilemma of getting rid of the creature, while I was able to detract from the damage for most of the game. I still lost this game.
That's like some subversive tactics. It's like, I don't really want to use my removals, so let's do this instead and make these 2 yuckleheads. It's like forcing people to play counter spells.
Right. And the reason why I did it is because I wanted to have the ability. I wanted to have the ability to remove their creatures over my creature and save my removal spells.
Yeah.
So I had a removal spell that I ended up wasting later on, but the whole point I'm getting to is in Cube, the cards you put in it, and you got to understand what every card can do with every other card, right?
Right.
So this whole Prisoner's Dilemma thing, you're going to base your whole cube around in every color, right? So, and this tactic works great in 4v4 formats like Commander.
Mm-hmm.
And most people play 4v4 now, like even in Cube. You know, people don't go 1v1 most days anymore because Commander just kind of sets the scene. And plus, it's funner to play a drafted deck against 4 other people at the same time. You know, you're not going through long, extensive games. You're playing game, and the best man who drafted the best wins or has the best plays. And that, in a tortoiseshell, is annoying. But yeah, but remember how earlier I said you got to know how every color works with every other color in the set, in the game? Same idea. Like if you're running a black deck for recursion and you draft the white cards in my cube for removal, that exile it, that's adversively looking for cards that will get rid of your own tactic against your opponents. So it gets to nerf someone else's recursion ability.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
Because if
right
somebody,
now,
somebody's like, "Ooh, I'm gonna run like Entomb and stuff like that,"
right?
Like not exile that shit,
right? Because in my cube, there's only one of each card. There's only one Entomb. You might be drafting a recursion deck and not getting Entomb,
right?
So you got to be able to work around it. but I'm gonna blow you up. I'll blow myself up really quick.
Oh,
Ta-da! I'm huge. One of my favorite removal spells.
focus.
You know what I might have to do?
It's your face.
It's my face. No, my camera doesn't have autofocus. I know what to do here. Give me a second. Hi. I'm on my cube tutor or cube cover thing. And I'm going to look up the card here and pull it up. And when I do so, you will be amazed. No, don't do that.
Look, a Goofy movie. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite Disney movies. It's on VHS.
Leaning Tower of Cheese.
Where are you, Grixis? Oh, don't hide from me. There you go. Go up. All right. Well, I'm back here. I am going to pop out here. Bloop. Popped out. I'm going to add this to the screen. And go over here. And try to zoom in. There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
One of my favorite cards to play in Cube.
Okay, yep.
Slave of Bolas. Costs 3 generic. It's a red, blue, or black. This is gain control target creature that and tap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn, and you sacrifice it at the end of turn. I mean, that is not only a good removal spell, you get to attack with that creature, and it's a very cheap card. You see, it's like $1.91 right here for the foil version.
Mm-hmm. Is that
It's in my
Shards
card.
of Alara? Is that what that's
Yeah,
titled?
dude. Shards of Lore was a banging set.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh, look all these cards. Woo. Here's a fun card over here.
Yeah, I see it. One of my favorite removals, Dreadbore.
Dreadbore. Oh, when this card came out in standard for the first time, we were all excited. All right. Let me back out here. Remove that. And now it's your turn to shine.
Ooh, I have 2 packs left. Can we get a Fetchland? Please. I think I have a playset of this Feed the Clan now, though.
Right?
So I could gain all the life. That's a pretty good card. Instant 2-drop. You gain 5 life, and it has Ferocious. You gain 10 life instead if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Yeah, easy. Easy and green. Savage Punch. Dude, that guy is messing that bear up. I love it.
Yeah, people love that artwork.
Abzan Banner. Throttle.
Woo.
Windscarred Crag. Ooh, Ponyback Brigade. Yay. That's expensive for what it does. Whoa, okay. And
That's a good card.
yeah, Suspension Field. All right, here we are to the rare.
Ooh, dun, 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 dun.
It's a creature of some kind. Oh, Avalanche Tusker. Big boy. Whenever Avalanche Tusker attacks, target creature defending player controls blocks if able. Sneaky Snake.
A snake. I'm a snakety snake.
Hostage Taker. Yeah, Hostage Taker's fun.
Oh, yeah.
There's a red card from back in the day too that like people started running this mono red commanders. You literally give it to other people and then you steal it back and it does damage to you. It's nutty. I can't remember the name of it though. It looks like so much fun.
It was. Oh man, like Magic was really fun back in the day. Well, probably is today.
It's still fun. It's just there's a lot of stuff.
Well, that's kind of the interesting thing about Commander nowadays. Commander nowadays, right? Like everybody's born now into Magic with a full roster of cards.
Yep.
Yo, everybody in chat, I just posted a Prime's link in the chat. If you're not subscribed to him, you should, because it's awesome stuff to do, even though I sound like I'm a canned response.
How much did that cost? This has got to fetch you.
That's got to fetch you.
This is my last pack, and I'm sad. We haven't.
And if you're new to this channel, if you're new to this channel, and this is the first time seeing it, and you're liking what you're watching, please hit that like button on this video. Subscribe to the channel, because every week we're trying out this live thing. We're brand new to this, but we're trying out this live stream, and we want to talk to you guys. We want to teach you guys stuff, but we also want your input, because you guys are amazing. And at the time it is, we probably should blow you up on screen one last time.
One last time. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna cut right to the chase here. Okay. Ooh, we got a foil too, I think. This could be exciting.
Wait, hold on. You're waiting for a fetch line, right?
Yeah.
And you're in Kanzatak here?
Yep.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Slim, but there's a chance.
I did that for good luck.
Oh shit!
Is that right up front?
We have two colors.
Is that an Arid Mesa?
Arid Mesa's not in this set. So
Oh no, it's not.
On what this could be.
It looks like a land though. Let's hope it is.
Oh, it's deflecting palm. Okay,
deflecting palm. Good and cube.
That is it. Hey, Fish Games is here. Hello, Fish.
Hey, Fish Games.
This is a good card. I run that in my Kalia deck. And we got a foil. Oh shit, a foil mythic.
Woo!
What do we got? Oh shit!
Ooh, that's a pretty
Hooded Hydra. Whoa! What are you? Hooded Hydra enters the battlefield with X+1/+1 counters on it. When Hooded Hydra dies, put a 1/1 green snake creature token onto the battlefield for each +1/+1 counter on it.
Right? Remember I was talking about counters in Simic? You put that in your green slot, it fits the counter theme, and you get snakety snakes.
So besides the snakes, I know somebody might be interested in that. But I want to know how much that's worth real quick, because that's
probably
back
like
when
$4 card.
Foils are still a thing. So I didn't get any fetches, but yesterday, because I bought 8 packs total,
right?
I got that.
Oh, and that could have been opened on screen.
I know. I was hoping I would have pulled another one today, but it's a fresh box at the LGS, so I'm probably gonna get some more.
Think about the bright side. First pack of fetch land.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to buy more for next week, because it is a fresh box. Usually, what's the average? 3-ish?
About 3-ish.
Hooded. Right. Okay, it's an 82-cent card normally. Yeah, about $4 or $5 on foil.
I would say so.
It's pretty though. That's nice.
Oh, it is, and it's a good cube card. See, I want to challenge you.
See, look when foils went the other way, kind of.
Right. Well, they have, because foils used to curl like side to side. Now they curl top to bottom.
Yep. Now they go weird like this.
Right.
And like that.
Right. But I have a challenge for you.
Challenge? Me, Grimlock, love challenge.
Because I know you got cards. I want you during this week, and we'll talk about it next week.
Oh, so I have homework? Oh.
Yeah. Right? I want you to find, and you'll tell me what you find during the week so we can plan for it.
Okay.
I want you to find 5 monocolored cards that are each different colors, that have a theme, a synergy that you would like to build around.
Okay. I can do that.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is the simple stuff, because I'm going to start making you build a 5-color cube, like a monocolored cube. And with that, I think everybody can learn how to build a cube.
Yeah, okay. That makes
Right?
sense. Uh-huh.
And we're going to start you off on a small cube too, like a 365 cube or whatever the amount is, because before you get into it, once you're done building this cube, you be able to test it out with your friends.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to play a cube.
Mhm.
The only question is, do you have excess lands that are basics?
Oh yeah.
All right, so
Oh yeah.
this won't be hard. I'm pretty sure you have like rare lands you can throw in later, but we'll figure this
kinds of
out.
shit.
I'll do my homework. So next week we can start working on this thing. So just remember, 5 cards, different colors, monocolored. Yeah.
Yes.
And it is time to finish the episode.
Well,
Right? So
we need,
until
like,
next time. Please like, comment, subscribe to both our channels. We loved having you here. Love to see more of you here. And play wise, my friends. What you got to say?
nothing. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for hanging out.
Tune in next week for maybe a fetch